Good day, my name is Khusame Molete and also known as your host that does the most, and today we are reporting to you live from the Innovation Hub in Pretoria. We're here to celebrate the Y20. The Y20 is the official engagement group of the G20. Let's go inside, meet people, make sure you get to know who the youth are and what they do in the government sector. Let's go.
We are here, we want to pass our message of support for Y20. We're very worried about the youth situation in Africa. The youth situation in Africa, there's a youth situation in South Africa where 62.4% of the youth in the ages between 18 and 24 are unemployed.
Youth 20 embodies not only a promise of the future, forward-looking, but the power of today. Your vision, your courage, your unapologetic and disruptive energy are shifting global conversations and need to do more. Climate justice, economic transformation, digital equity, and social cohesion are aspects that you are addressing. You are leading, and we, as Women 20, see you. Clearly and proudly, we see you.
Everything, but we have this land. We have more than 300 days of sunshine. We have water, and we have people. But why do we still have hunger? So the young people have a responsibility, a great responsibility to reverse that. We must be able to feed ourselves and contribute to feeding the world as well. You know, Thomas Sankara once said, "He who feeds you controls you." So if we don't feed ourselves, whoever feeds us will control us. So all these are your responsibilities as young people to reverse.
We absolutely clear that we want these recommendations, and to a certain extent this talks to what you want to do, that these recommendations need to be actionable. We want to say, here's the issue, here's the recommendation, this is who we believe needs to implement it. And then we want to track it over the next few years to see if the recommendations are actually applied. And if they're not applied, why not, and what do we do about it now?
And we are still reporting live from the Y20 Pre-Summit here at the Innovation Hub. And I'm going to ask the gentleman next to me to introduce himself and tell us why we're here today.
Okay. So my name is Steve Murifi. I'm part of the communications and marketing team under the Y20 Secretariat. So yeah, that's basically why. So we're here at the Pre-Summit. It's day one of the Pre-Summit. So over the next couple of 2 days, starting with today, we just, are getting the young people, the delegates to come through to basically just kickstart the conversations in terms of, setting those policies and hoping to making a change ultimately after the Y20 summit as well.
Okay, so please let us know what outcomes are you hoping to see from the summit, both personally and at policy level?
I think for me, it's very, important to be able to have within the Y20 young South African delegates that we have, as well as the working group team members, to have young people that really speak to the core of what an average young South African goes through, right? For the longest of time, the Y20 process was very much closed, in a sense that, you know, it was, you would only be a part of it by selection, so they'd have to like handpick you and stuff. So for this year to be able to just have for the first time young people who are going to raise up their hand and say, hey, listen, I want to personally be there and speak for the young people. I'm hoping that they get to honestly speak about the truth and the honest about what young South Africans are going through on a day-to-day basis, you know.
Do you think there's a way the Y20 will give back to the youth that is unemployed?
The Y20 has got an opportunity of looking at South African originated ideas on issues that are affecting the youth. But it also has got an opportunity of learning from other countries. It could be other countries that have done better and they actually represent lessons of how to improve. But there are other countries that have advanced. I mean, the countries like the USA, the population is aging, and Europe as well. The population is aging because they got into their demographic transition in the late 50s and early 60s. That's why they are aged. We are in a demographic transition. So like learning, the universities in America are more than 3,000 in one country. They are community education and training colleges. So we can learn on how to also provision for the youth in post-school education and training, but also in creating both employment and self-employment opportunities. So I think that there's so much. What then the key for the South African element in the Y20 to do is whatever that they are learning and whatever that they are also, that is being proposed and agreed on, they then adapt and localize into South Africa.
We are from 20 states here, and we are representing each nation's youth. So the question we ask to ourselves is, how can we make that the voice of the youth is heard internationally? So we are going to make our proposals according to that.
Okay. Just one last question. What message do you think young people want G20 leaders to hear loud and clear?
We are here to change the world. We are you in 20 years, maybe less than that. We are the future leaders of the world, so our voice matters.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for
You're
your
welcome.
time. We hope to hear or see you again soon.
Thank you so much.
This is Show Me Your Number online radio. Thank you so much. And that was it from day one of the pre-summit in Pretoria, the Innovation Hub. And we are hoping to see more again from day 2 tomorrow, day 2, the last day. So yeah, let's make sure that everyone knows what's happening with the Y20 and G20, all the 20s that are involved in this. So yeah, thank you so much. See you again tomorrow.